Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It is Tuesday, March 25th. This is Liz Fernay, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Another short and sweet intro. People who fidget burn an extra 350 calories a day. That could work out to 10 to 30 pounds a year, so get to tapping those pencils. And there you go. There was your OMG fun fact. But how about some news, shall we? Another tragic incident unfolded in Pasadena on March 23, 2025, when a house fire on the 800th block of North Shore Drive led to the discovery of a 37-year-old male resident deceased in the home. Firefighters responded to the blaze around 3:20 a.m., finding the house fully engulfed in flames. After bringing the fire under control, they found the man's body during a search of the residence. Investigations revealed that the individual had intentionally set the fire before dying from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Authorities have stated that due to the nature of death, it is not being classified as a fire-related fatality. A 20-year-old Annapolis resident had been arrested and charged with attempted murder following a shootout on March 20th in the Eastport Terrace community. Described by police as a gun battle between two rival factions, the incident resulted in no injuries. The suspect faces multiple felony and misdemeanor charges and is currently being held without bond at the Jennifer Road Detention Center. Authorities identified the suspect through surveillance footage and recovered a 9mm handgun consistent with the evidence found at the scene. Anne Arundel County Public Schools have proposed allocating $2 million to install non-invasive weapons detection systems in all 15 high schools. Originally, Superintendent Mark Bettel suggested a pilot program for 2 schools at a cost of $332,280, but the Board of Education amended the budget to encompass all high schools. County Executive Stuart Pittman indicated that the final budget may fund the initial pilot rather than the full expansion. Experts have raised concerns about the effectiveness of such systems, citing high false positive rates and potential negative impacts on student achievement. The district has not yet selected a specific technology or vendor for the initiative. Regardless, if they end up not being 100% accurate or reliable, at least it's better than nothing and a way to protect our students and faculty. Maryland health officials have confirmed 3 measles cases this month, all linked to international travel. The cases involve residents from Howard and Prince George's County and are not connected to each other or to the outbreaks in other states. Despite the state's high vaccination rate of over 96%, experts advise residents to ensure they are up to date with their measles vaccinations and to protect vulnerable populations and prevent potential outbreaks. While the current cases are not considered an outbreak, health professionals remain vigilant due to increased vaccine hesitancy and the potential for imported cases. The Chesapeake Baysox AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles have introduced a new alternative identity for the 2025 season, the Chesapeake Oyster Catchers. This tribute to the Chesapeake Bay's rich heritage and ecosystem will see the teams adopting the Oyster Catchers moniker for the select home games. Inspired by the American oyster catcher, a distinctive shore bird native to the region, the new branding features dynamic logos and merchandise celebrating the Bay's maritime traditions and oyster restoration efforts. Fans can purchase Oyster Catchers gear starting now at the Baysox Free Family Fun Fest at Prince George Stadium. As we start to close, today is Ticket Tuesday, and Rams Head On Stage hooked us up. I have 1 pair of tickets to see Dawn of the Buffalo on March 30th. Go Google her, then contact John, and he may hook you up. And be sure to check out Rams Head On Stage to check out all the wonderful shows coming out. All right, and that's a wrap. But first, a quick thank you for listening and sharing and letting your friends and colleagues know about us. And to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, both the Bay Ridge and the Annapolis Spring Sailboat Shows, and Mac Medic. So normally, again, we'd have your Eye on Annapolis local weather, but as we already ascertained, I am not paid to be a meteorologist, so that is just not happening. And normally, the local food find segment would be here today, but Sandy from Annapolis Moms Media just had her baby, and the fill-in's not quite up to speed yet, so that's going to wrap today's Daily News Brief. Have a great day.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.